So we are back here, and welcome back. So I was trying to take us into high fidelity earlier in the first part of the video. However, uh, I think that I'm going to take what we currently have on the screen or on our design file as a sketch. I will assume that this is my paper and pencil sketch, right? So now we are going to work on the wireframe. Now, this is going to help us to easily transition to high fidelity. So let's get started. I'll make a duplicate of this right now. Yep, just like that. All right, so starting with the card, I know this is going to be my component, right? So I'll just work with this. Let's tidy things up. So I'll make this 18. Let's see, 18 instead. Yeah. Then this is 14 for me. Yeah. Now you recollect that we grouped each of these cards into columns and rows. So this is one row, this is one row, these are some rows, and together they form a column. So sorry, this is a column, this is a column, this is also an arrangement of column, and together they form a row. So let's do that, right? I have a badge here, so let's bring in a badge first. Let's assume this is our badge, and it says 80, right? I'll auto lay this out with Shift A. That is okay, but I'm going to reduce the auto layout padding. So let's do 6, 6, 6. Um, Make the content, the text alignment to be centered. That's too much. Let's look at it with a feel. That's big. So let's do 4 and 4. Right. I'm not going to say I want to do a perfect replica, but we should get something very interesting. Now, the first thing I'm noticing is that the feel for this badge is different for different states, right? Um, we have this state, we have a disabled state, we have an active state. All right, so I'll work with the color styles. Now that we are still on wireframe, let's not bother ourselves. But since it is a disabled state, right, I can use this shade. So I'll click on my fill option here, select the eyedropper tool, and then come here to select this shade. Yeah, that is set to. Then the corner radius will of course be like that. Let's do this. Of course, God. Okay, fine. Stereo, okay, no, 5 should be okay. That is how you would modify things actually. So then maybe this should be a 12. That looks better now. Now we have a column here, the day and badge. So let's put that in an auto layout once and for all. So shift select both elements, and that's it. So at this point, I'll start renaming my frames, right? So I'll call these date and badge container. Yeah, something like that. Then for this, I'm going to auto lay these two out also. Select the description, because that's what is going to be a description, or yeah, channel notification or something. I don't know what to call that. So you've selected both elements, right? Both text elements. So just auto lay it out. Yeah, shift. Hey, all right, that is settled. So I'll call this also text container, right? Like that. All right, so we've auto laid out those things. Now we have to, this check mark, it's an icon, right? But I don't have it right now, so I'll just leave it for now. Now I'm going to reduce the line gap between the title and the text description. So I'll do a 4. Yeah, not bad. Then, of course, this is our frame. I'll reduce this a bit, maybe a 56. I can't tell if that is appropriate. 56, our is 60. Okay, let's work with that. So now it's time to auto lay all of them out. So I'll auto lay these two out first, and then I'll give it a padding of maybe 14. That should be okay. Yeah, 14 looks good. Then I will auto lay all of this out together now. Yep. And with that, I think we are getting ready. Now let's give it a padding, left padding of, let's say, 16, uh, top and bottom padding of 16 also. So we have this, right? Now, don't forget that it's starting from the edge. So I can just align it to the edge there and then drag this, and we are good to go. So let me bring this out and delete this frame we have here. Now I'll call this card. This can be a contact card. Then the shade of white, I'll use what I have here right away. Yeah, so you can see that it's looking very good. Now I want to adjust the black text color, so I'll just change it. So because, like I said, the wireframe is what we are going to iterate on in high fidelity. So it's just okay to start doing things rightly. Then for the description, I'll make this let's do a shade of 60%. That's not bad, but let's do 68. Yeah, I think that is better. That should be better, actually. All right. Now there's something that we noticed, right? So this um container is different from this. So I'm going to have to adjust this because our stroke only applies to this guy. And if you can see, let me just show something. The direction, sorry, the stroke extends a bit more than the content itself. So with that, I'll adjust what we've done a little bit, just a little tweak. This will be different now. Yeah, that's different now. Then together, this will be what we are working on to auto-lay together. Let me give it 16, kind of. Then, no, not like that. Use this. Let it be 16 still. But this time around, this will not have a padding. It won't. Because our padding would be with this guy here. And it's going to have a padding of 16 too. Let's see. Now we give it a stroke. So uh, at this stage, we'll start creating color styles too. So this is going to be my black color style. So I'll create a new style like this. Let me call this Telegram and black, and I'll say 100. I can modify this later. Now, the reason why I'm using Telegram or using this hierarchy style of uh, creating my styles is because I have some other products that I've designed on the same app, and I want to know which one I'm working with, right? So with this, I know that I can easily access color styles for this Telegram app. All right, so I've created that, and we can make progress with our color style. So let me just show you. Now, if I come here, I can see everything on that Telegram app will be displayed there. All the color styles will be displayed there. Now, with these also, I'm going to say, let me see, maybe if we make this a 72, it would be better. Now, let's do 64 instead. That's still, well, I think this is better. So for me, I could create this style like this, but I would still like to do this. So now this is what I will work with as my um, disabled state for this Telegram app. So the same thing, let's create a style for that Telegram app. I'll say black. There are different ways to create your styles. I just work with what I can easily remember. I'll say disabled, disabled. So that is that. Now we have to create the stroke. So I'll duplicate this so that I can achieve my stroke. Actually, I think I can easily select it from here. So let's just do that then. So we have these. I'm going to zoom well enough. Yeah. So that is going to be the stroke. And you can see the difference. It's really, really is different. So this, you know how to create the style, right? You just create it from here. Style. This time it will be Telegram app slash black slash stroke. Yeah. And if I deselect everything and I come to my color styles, I can see that it's looking nice. See, everything under the black is like this. So with this can have a stroke now, and yeah, there's a stroke. You can see it's all around the various border. Okay, let me fill it first. By the way, we need to have a fill, card fill. So I'll call this, I'll style this Telegram app slash, this should be white. I'll say surface. I'm actually in between the right option to, or the right naming convention to use, because some of these cards have purely white colors and others don't, and it's conflicting with my regular design style. And actually it's a good thing because it's making me to think how best to style and name these colors. Let me see. I think I would say this is surface. Yeah, this will be the surface. Yes, I'm going to show you why I came up with that or how I'm able to make that decision. So look at it. Right, we have this. Let me hide this. So you realize that our interaction component here or interactive component here has a different shade of white, if the bright white compared to what we have here. And with that, I think that this is the normal white. I don't know why this is like this, and I'm not going to bother myself. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you guys see it? Oh, you can. So Figma is asking me to install an update. Should we do that now? No, we are not doing that now. We'll just install on next launch. That'll be after the recording of this class. All right, so now that we have a fill, you can see here surface. Yes, I'm I'm going to make this stroke to just be, sorry, at the base button only. Then, like I said, I think we are good to go. Okay, apart from this, let's remove this and we are good to go. Now that we've established all of this, I'm going to turn that into a component. But before I turn it into a component, I think that the space is still too much between the profile icon and what we are having here. So let's reduce this. Sorry. Yeah, I think that works. Now, or with a 4, and then for here we reduce this to 12. Yeah, something like that. All right, I think we are good to go with this. So let's make it a component. All right, now we have a component that we can reuse throughout our designs. And then if I keep reading this, we have this, right? Oh, okay, so let's flush this to the left, sorry, to the right. Let's make it a fill first, and then we'll push this to adjust by giving it the fill property. Yeah, that is better. And so we can see that we have the proper padding like we have here, and we also have the proper stroke at the bottom of the card, contact card. So let's do that one more time, and then we now need another card where we can have the white fill. So I'll create a variant of that, and I'll say white fill. And with that, we deactivate this and just give it the white fill. Yeah, I'll style this. I'll say Telegram also, Telegram app white, and a fill, something like that, so that we change the fill of this also. So all I have to do is make a duplicate again, and here I can change things. Yeah, something like that. Oh, and I'm realizing that, it's interesting. I'm realizing that the stroke is from this place to this place, like from beginning from this side to this side. Interesting. So how can we get that done? The first thing is I'm going to close up the padding for this right hand side, the right padding. Let's see, it worked just like that. It worked just like that. So the same thing for this. And the reason why it worked is not far-fetched. Actually, what I just did was that I closed up the padding. Yeah. But however, don't forget that our card, the internal card, has a padding already. So that's why it worked. And I'll give this a 16 instead of a 12. Something like that. Yes. And that is perfect. These are the benefits of working with auto layouts. Actually, tremendous benefits, very, very tremendous benefits. You save yourself a lot of time, stress of adjusting groups, uh, those things. Very, very stressful. Now, one of the things you would also observe is that the times and the days are in disabled state. So with that, since we have a style we've created already, all we just have to do is just go there and make it disabled just like that. Yes, we are getting there. What else? Okay, for our badges have a white color text. So the field will be disabled, of course. We've established that. That's too much. Let's use that for now. And then the field. That's not nice. The accessibility is poor, sort of. So, what did they do here? I thought I did the correct thing. I want to check something out. Mhm. If we give this if we make this the field for disabled, how would it look like? Oh, no, too light. It's too light. So with that, I think that we have to look for another name to call this, which I don't know what to call it, except we are going to put it under the white color style. Maybe. So let's just find a place to that white, and this is really challenging my regular design method. It is really challenging, and I'm happy about what I'm discovering. All right, so let's work with this. I think we are good with this. Now we have the two floating buttons here. They are going to be like this. Yes, but don't forget that our padding is 16. So yeah, perfect. Right there. What else do we need? Um, of course, we no longer need this. Hold on, let me charge this baby boy. All right, you're good. Thank you. So it's coming alive, right? One of the things we want to focus now is this section. Also, this is the point where we begin to add icons. So I already, earlier, I opened a material to design kit, right? You can find it on the community. Just come here, click on this icon over here and search for material UI. So you get it. Now I've also opened up the material icon file, and I have different icons listed and classified for us. So we are just going to quickly check through the outline category to see if we can get, of course, I've seen one. You remember that tick, that double tick icon we saw earlier, right? So I have this here now. Then there's something I'm looking for. That pin icon. It should be here because it should. Do we have a bell? No, we have the menu icon, right? So we are looking out for the menu icon also. It's not going to be. I'm just trying to see if I can get those stuff here. You can fast forward this part of the video, please. And by the way, if so far you've learned one or two things from this video, you can give it a like. Also, feel free to subscribe and share with your friends. Yeah, I've gotten two icons. Is there anything I'm going to need here? I'm not seeing that particular pin icon that I saw on this, but I've seen these. I've seen these. Okay, we need a search and this pin. We need an edit and camera icon. Okay, let's go over here one more time. It should be there. The search. Let's take it gently and look for it here. I've not seen it so far, but I can see a search icon here. Um, I did not see that icon, but we'll work with what we have actually. Yeah, then maybe I would search. Is there any other thing I'm trying to find? Search, edit, oh, edit content. Yeah, is another icon, but I think we are good with that one that we have. So this is similar to what we are looking for, but not the same. Maybe for now I'll just work with this while we assume that that is the icon. It's going to be an assumption. So I think with this we are good to go. Oh, we need a camera icon. It should be here. Let's work with this. I'm seeing another camera because I was trying to check which one is better. Okay, so with this uh, icon selected, I think we can make progress by going back to our design canvas and get on with the design. So all I'll do is copy and come back here and paste. Yeah. So as you can see, we have all of these icons like that. Let me just quickly arrange them. Yeah, like that and like that. So I'm going to combine them as a variant actually. Yeah, just like that. And then I can say Telegram icon. Again, the reason why I'm renaming it like this is on my assets. If I come to the asset panel, I have several icons used for the other projects, the medical, you can say the healthcare app, the travel app. So I want to be specific with this. So you can see that because of the naming convention, I can easily access what I have here. Now, we have an icon here. That's a double check. So it's going to come in here. Now, you remember it's auto layout. So it's definitely going to adjust to this other variant. Now, what I'll do is I'll auto lay this out together with the date. But first, let me reduce it to something like 16. Yeah, perfect. Then shift auto lay this out and let it flow horizontally. And then this would all this content while this also is aligned to center. Give it a line gap of that's too much. So let's do a 4. Yeah, that looks cool. Then for the um, badge, where there's a badge, there is no pin. Where there's a pin, there is no badge. So I'm going to bring in the pin right here also. And there's something I'm going to do here. First, let me just tilt this a bit down. Or better still, yeah, auto lay it out. Let me see. Auto lay it out and then it will work. It's still not going to work. So let's not bother about the auto layout. I'm going to rename this to say tick and time, or no, tick, yeah, the time. The reason for this you will discover later on why I'm naming them the way I am. So what else are we checking on? All right, the icon. Now, because where you have a, what's it called now, a badge, you do not have an icon. Where you have an icon, you have a badge. So I'll also lay the two of them out also, and then make them horizontal. Then this padding here will be to the right, like that. Now I would now set a boolean value for this. Is it even boolean? I don't know. But I'm going to design it in such a way that I can toggle the appearance. I can switch it off and on. And to do that, I'll come to the appearance. I'll come to the appearance. Sorry, let me adjust my microphone. All right, I'll come to the appearance part of the panel here, and I'll say show Telegram. No, let's just say show pin. We say true, but let's set it to false. So once we set it to false, it's like that. Then let's also say for this set appearance, let's say show badge. Now, do you see the essence of proper naming? I did not name this, so I'm going to rename this here to badge. Yeah. So with that out of the way, look at what we have here. For this, pay attention to this variant here. For this variant, we don't have anything other than we are just going to change to white or default. You know, we made all these changes on the white variant here. Let me save white. Yeah. So that's why we have all of this. Now, if I select this, there are some things I can change. Look at this, show pin, yes, show badge. Oh, something is not right. Give me a second, let me change this. Show badge, yes, okay. Um, show badge, show. So, why? Something is not right. Show pin. I think I named it wrongly. Oh, yeah, so this is the badge actually. This is the badge. What happened was that the frame, let me switch it on. So the frame containing both the badge and the pin was what I renamed earlier. So I'll change it now to pin and bar pin. That's the essence of proper naming convention. But I was able to figure it out because I know what the issue was and I know what I needed. So I would um now change this to this, right? And I think I can deactivate this now. Let me see if it is working. Yeah, so I can toggle the badge off and I can now toggle the pin off. So that's just it. So let's go back there and set the pin to off. How do you set it? Just come to your contact, your components are set entirely. Then for the show pin, switch it off here and it works for everything. Yeah, I can now switch off the pin and it applies there. So having concluded this part of the design, believe, I believe we are through with that part. Yeah, I can now copy all of this here and paste inside here while I delete this guy. And that way, we also can have the properties for this guy, this card now affected as we want, right? As we want it. So we are through with that. Let me see. Let's make it similar to what we are having here. Now, also pay attention that the black is showing. So let's go to our card here. There should be a better way to do that actually, but um, the pin. Let's switch it on so I can change the color to disabled. Perfect. This also disabled, and then our fill will be like this. I think we are good to go. So with that, I can switch it off now. And yeah, so it looks a bit similar to what we are working on here. Now that that is out of the way, let's work on our floating icons, right? So for this, I'll just bring this inside here. Yeah, something like that, and make it to the center of the button. I'll say floating action button, and I'll say edit. Then for this will be the camera, right? Copy it here and paste, align it to the center. Let's increase it a little bit to something like 32. Yeah, that looks better. And then we rename this also as floating action button camera. And I think we are good with this. So let's just auto-lay the two of them out and call them floating action button. And trust me, we are good to go with content here, just like that. Don't forget that we are working with the same padding for all of the cards. Now, what else is remaining for this wireframe, right? This area. So here we are going to remove this and bring in our menu icon. And I'm going to make the menu icon a 40 or 44. No, let's actually auto lay it out, and then yeah, 8 8, that is very okay. And then we are changing the color to fill, very okay. Now don't forget how we explained this earlier, that they are grouped in different boxes, right? So, and that's what we have started doing, and this is also a box of its own. Like this. So this at the end of the day is going to be an auto layout containing this icon, this profile cards, this text, and this search icon also. So let's bring in the, oh no, let's make a duplicate of this like this, a duplicate like this, and all I just have to do is come here and change it to search. Yeah, that way we are very okay. Then all of these, they are both frames or they are all frames. I'm going to change them to image like this. Yeah. And then for the stroke, we've identified our stroke already, right? Something like that. But we need a color here. I'll do that later on. Now that we have this, let me see if it will work. We'll stack it, right? Stack it like this. Last on top, is that what we have here? No, first on top, yes. Then reduce the spacing between them to -6, sort of, that's more. Let's do -10, that's this one, -16, looking like it. -24, -20, looks like it's better. And why do we have them in 43s? So let's make it 40 actually. I think 40 is okay. Then, oh, there's something we've not done. Actually, there's something we've not done. We've not created the textiles that we've been using so far. And this is what made me realize that. So, let's do 20 for this. Let's give it a feel of white, our actual feel, or 22. Let's auto lay that out and give it a 16 gap. Now we have this, we have this, we have this. This is now structured properly. This is also structured properly, and this is also structured. So you can see the way everything have the same height of 40, 40, 40. From here everything is 40s, so in 40s. So I'm going to okay, I would auto lay these two out, but before that let me name this properly. So I'll call this avatar and page, no, and title, like that. And I'll call this avatar alone. Then I'll rename all of these to avatar, rename. So we have a more structured and clear naming convention. Then also I'll call these icon box. I just like working with icon box for each of these guys. The same for the search. I auto laid it out, so I'll call it icon box. Now I'm now going to auto lay these two out first. I'll show you why I want to do it like that, and I'll give it a 16. Yes, then I'll now auto lay this out. So with that out of the road, I can give it the 16 size and maybe 20 height. That's too much. 16 is also okay, and align it to the right, and you can do it like that. So the reason why I actually auto laid these two out first is so this can respond to the container like it is doing currently, right? It can respond. If I adjust this guys will respond. So that's why. And that's responsive design for us there. All right, so I'll just delete this guy, and the element we have here. Okay, I'm not supposed to delete it like that because the cards are in it. I mean, the auto layout elements are inside of it. So no, sorry guys. I'll bring this out first. Yeah, then I can delete this now. And I'll call this top bar. I'm not sure that is the top bar for now, but let's fill it with this disabled fill, bring it inside. Yeah, and guys, this is what we are. So let's auto lay all of this out also. Shift A, and I'll call this container, and we are good. Come on guys, we are making significant progress. Yes, then what I need now is my status bar at the top here, and with that I'll come to material UI kit here. Let's see what we can get from these guys here. We have anyone that is properly designed. I'm supposed to have something. So we don't have it as a bar. Actually, nah. Let me see the component page first. So this is okay. That it also. So if we do not have it, we'll just work with what we can work with from here. I'll work with this. I'll just work with this for now. So as you can see also, we have the different top bars here, right? So apparently my naming convention was correct. I know books more. All right, that was just a playful part of me. So I'm going to assume that this is a top bar here, and then I can bring, sorry, my status bar up there, and then I can bring all of these guys. So let's create one more of these beautiful card here, and of course you can see now that it looks like what we have. So this is our wireframe, right? So let's rename this to Telegram. We'll call this sketch, right? And I'll say this becomes wireframe. Actually, I'm not supposed to use any color in the wireframe, but I believe you permit me because I had to bring that from the material UI design file. All right, this is established. The next thing is gloriously enter into wire high fidelity. All right, so I will stop this video to resume the remaining part of this video. Um, Mind you, I did not even create any text style in all of this video, but I don't think it's going to be a bother anymore. At least we know how to create color styles. So far, so good. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.